Recording is on.
It is the 16th, or sorry, 15th of October 2020, and this is WIKISPEED Stand-Up. Go ahead, Lauren.
Yeah, first question. All right, this is Lauren Salter, I'm in British Columbia, Canada. And last week I did some Jitsi, some more Jitsi troubleshooting, so I do have a question. Is my microphone noisy? Oh, wait a minute, I'm not holding the microphone. Yeah, it's my microphone noise. Hello?
Hello, I can hear you.
Yeah, is the microphone noisy?
It's giving a little bit like when you're breathing out. It's kind of like it's windy.
Okay. Is this better?
It's a little quieter, but it's probably easier to understand.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to adjust the sound. And so the past week I fiddled around with Jitsi some more. And that's pretty much it. Coming week, then I still want to do the charitable. But I got possibly another house guest coming, so I'm not sure how much I'll do. And that's the block. A lot of stuff going on. And for crosstalk, I want to just put a bookmark in here to talk about Jitsi, the phone numbers, and I actually could do a test with the Jitsi phone numbers. So that's it for me.
Okay, it is Michael Olchuk in Saskatchewan, Canada. Past week, I posted the recording for last week. I played with these ESP32s, and last week I reported that the Bluetooth keyboard and the Bluetooth mesh was working together. Turns out that it was printing something on the screen, and I didn't bother to read it. It was actually crashing and rebooting the micro. So those two Bluetooth libraries are fighting. They don't work together. So that was going backwards. And but I did find out that with the two that I bought, one was working and one wasn't. And I actually found out that I could return them to Amazon, so I did that. They didn't want one back; they wanted both back. So that got sent off today, actually. And I kind of redefined my minimum viable product to the tank level sensor with one ESP, reading the level, sending out the data on Bluetooth, and sending it over simple serial on a wire. The repeater, ESP32, will just read the data from serial and send it out over the Bluetooth keyboard because it's simpler and I can probably make that work. No progress on the level sensor enclosure or the battery inverter, and same thing with the SunFounder Raspberry Pi car. I haven't gotten any of those progress this week. Next week, I'm hoping eventually to get this SunFounder software loaded into the Raspberry Pi and the new board tested. I would like to progress my mobile battery powered inverter and the water resistant enclosure along with programming. I guess I have to wait for the new ESP32s to show up. And blocks, still working on fall stuff, so there is stuff to do in the evenings that isn't WIKISPEED stuff. I guess that's about it for me. Back to you, Lauren.
Okay, so for me, it's I'm going to say a 3. For the team, it's a 9. And the process improvement is to get the Jitsi phone numbers working. Test those out beyond what I've done. So that's it. That's the stand-up for me.
Okay, retro for me, I got 3 out of 4 points, I think. Maybe it was 2 out of 4. I gotta go look. 1, 2. I got 2 out of 4. So that's a 5. 1 for stand-up is 6. Team, I'm going to go 7. And process improvement, sure, I guess Jitsi is part of our process. So getting that figured out is certainly a process improvement. So that pretty much wraps us up for stand-up. How do we go about, I guess, incorporating the new recurring Jitsi into the invite?
So first of all, so you haven't made changes on the calendar invitation. Is that correct?
I haven't made any changes on it.
So presumably the phone numbers don't work because they were with some unknown generated.
Yeah, some randomly generated combination of 3 words.
Yeah. So then, so the deal is to just redo the invitation, or I can do it if I can log into WIKISPEED calendar, I guess.
Okay, so I think all we did was schedule the meeting and hit recurring every 2 weeks, and then or every week, and paste in all the information about the alternate numbers and stuff like that. I believe there was a checkbox about set it up in Jitsi instead of Google Hangouts, but I don't think it was a real complex procedure.
Yeah. So the only way to schedule it, I know, Jitsi, is through Google Calendar. They don't have their own scheduling like Zoom does.
Oh, okay.
So you can start a meeting now, and you could name a meeting and just manually join that meeting because it goes by the name.
Right. But the dial-in only
the phone
connects.
numbers, you need those generated, and I think we might be able to get that out, but I don't know how. So I mean, and also Google Calendar seems to be a pretty standard way to do it. So my feeling is let it generate something and leave it as that thing and just say repeating, and then the numbers should work.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably the way to go.
Yeah, so probably I should be able to do that. Should I do that, or do you want to change the meeting? I do have a WIKISPEED. I do have the password now handy.
Well, your choice. I can try, or you can try. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
for
not
this
certain.
coming week, I think it'd be better if you do it if you can. But I should attempt to set one up at some point so that I can do it, and also I should be able to do the recording. And by the way, it looks like the record button is there, but it hasn't been pressed. Is that correct, or is it recording?
I thought it said that it was recording.
There's a button.
I see rec up in the upper right-hand side beside SD.
Yeah, why don't I try hitting it? Because I think it's the announcement, but maybe that means it's recording.
Well,
I didn't hear the announcement. No, I didn't hear an announcement, but I was kind of busy with other stuff. Oh, you heard it? Okay. So we're
right before I introduced the date and WIKISPEED stand-up is I waited for that. So.
Yeah. Okay. So that's kind of it, and it would be nice to get that working. So and maybe I don't know if we want to test it in advance or how we do that. I think we just come on next week, and I'll dial in as well. So I'll do the dial-in part. I'll be the tester, and I'll test it, and I'll test that the things work. It's a bug, because you're supposed to be able to name your own meeting, and somehow with the integration with Chrome and Google, didn't get through.
Yeah, so I see the thing that we have. With the want to dial in and all that good stuff. So I would have to add a new one in order to change it, I guess.
So then I think you would delete that meeting and create a new one, and then hit the thing that says do with the Jitsi meeting, or set up a Jitsi meeting.
Okay.
I can, yeah. If you want, you could test it now and like set it for 6:30 right now, and then we could do a test now if you're.
So I'm going to delete this event and all following events.
Yes, I think so.
Wait a second. I'm going to cancel that and copy the information.
Yeah, but not the phone number.
Well, no, the phone numbers are standard. It's the don't you have
Meeting
to type
ID.
that
Meeting ID.
meeting number thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Copy that and put it into Notepad. Lose it all. Okay. Delete. This and all following. And we let me create. I'm going to do a does not repeat. What time is it? I've got, it's not quite 6:30. So.
And then I'm curious that, if that works with a repeating meeting, it should associate that name, that generated name, with the meeting and repeating. I mean, if it's works properly.
Add a Jitsi meeting. So it's green broadband assembly lightly. Oh, it's 4 numbers. Or 4 names.
They ran out of combinations.
Time is going to be 6:30. I can hit the button quick enough. 6:30 to 7. Save. Come on, save. Okay. And how do I get that?
And then invite me, and I'll
add notification 1 minute beforehand. So I need to paste this information. Well, it's not. It's going to have that. Let's see. Yeah, I think we've got a minute left.
Yeah, so make it for 6:35 if you can, or maybe.
Okay, did you get something that popped up?
I think so. Yeah, it's going to Team WIKISPEED.
I got.
It should have asked you. It should have asked you. Do you want to send? When you saved it, it should say, "Do you want to send notifications?"
I added a notification. Oh, so there was notification 1 minute before, and I didn't put in Team WIKISPEED, so it didn't send it out.
Yeah. So add invite Team WIKISPEED, and when you save it, it should say send emails or send. Yeah, send.
Okay, so where is the 2? Where's the invite? Add guests. There we go. So we will put in. Lauren, what's your email address? Doesn't know you by Lauren. Hello, Lauren.
So when you save, it should say send notifications to guests, or send emails to guests, or something.
Okay, enter. Okay. And save. Would you like to send invitations?
Yes.
Send. So it's at 6:45. It wouldn't let me put in anything
Okay.
earlier.
There's a limit on that.
So you should get a reminder 10 minutes before and a reminder 1 minute before.
Okay.
1 minute before, 10 minutes. Oh, 10 minutes before is email. 30 minutes before, I'm not sure what it's going to do. Anyway, so you had an emergency last week. I hope everything worked out okay.
Yeah. Oh. So the thing was canceled, but it may be on again this weekend. So it's moving along. It's moving along. It takes a few turns.
Okay. So I didn't add me. I added. Not sure if that's going to show.
But Team WIKISPEED should just come to both of us. Shouldn't need to specify. Or are you gonna? You don't want to send it to Team?
If I send it to Team yeah, if I send it to Team WIKISPEED, it go to like all
confusing.
800 people on the list or whatever.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, that's annoying that they won't let you do it in a minute or two.
Well, maybe I just didn't click in the right place to be able to change it.
It has presets, but I think you can type in your own. Not 10 minutes, but 1 minute.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see if I can change it to 6:38 or something. Save. Send. Send again. So that I show up. We're probably going to have to get out of this meeting in order to go into the next meeting, aren't we?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Fair enough.
I'll stop the recording and then we can. We've got 3 minutes, I think, before the next one comes in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Talk to you in a couple minutes.
Yep.